We are living through an incredibly important time for India, its growth, and for those who care about the quality of growth in India.
We will see an India that will grow at near 10%.
We never talk of consequences. We want Bombay to be Shanghai. What's the consequence?
Money doesn't solve problems, people do.
Sport and business are very similar. Just because you've got a boss or a captain doesn't mean you can't challenge that captain.
Today, we have more than 300 actors here with us to exchange value from 25 odd sectors and over 20 countries. It continues to be my great privilege and that of Xynteo to work alongside some of the world's most inspirational leaders and forward-thinking organizations on the planet through the India2022 coalition.
How do we treasure the land we have today for the generations of tomorrow? That is what this exchange is about. Not one single entity, not one single group, not one single individual can tackle these challenges alone.
We as mankind today are standing at a juncture where we could be accused of having played a part of irreversible damage to our planet. We cannot have just absolute growth without looking at the inclusive growth.
This wonderful initiative must succeed if we wish to live a better world for our children and grandchildren.
When it comes to the accountability around your purpose and around your values, if you don't live by your values, if the trust is broken, it doesn't come back, or it takes a very, very long time to come back.
The business needs to get very clear around what its purpose is, its prime purpose. And then for each and every purpose we serve or pursue, we have to think about the consequences.
I think it is our responsibility as investors, when we invest in renewable energy technologies, to make sure that we are also creating a skilled workforce.
I think if I add the companies, maybe we have $1 trillion plus in valuation amongst the various companies that are represented here. And then you add all the ideas in terms of government support, in terms of the startups that is out here, you have the kernels of something that is fantastic.
The preaching or expressing dissatisfaction that gets converted into a positive action when you become part of this initiative. And that is how the change can come.
For me, my focus is that we are starting the year in India, and this is when objectives are set, so my timing is right. And we're going to put some very concrete, some of the ideas we saw and try to implement them this year.
There is an enormous amount of capital being generated in this country with the growth that we are seeing. And looking at the marketplace, looking at the studios, we also have an enormous amount of ideas. And now the question is, how do we combine talent, capital and ideas and actually direct this into projects that can actually change the world?